Hey folks, Joel Ellison here with Pinnacle Mountain Gunsmithing. Hey, we have some exciting new video here for you today. We got such a fantastic response from our last video that we're gonna do a sequel. I'm gonna compare the BL-22 to one of my Henry rifles, and powder will help too. Just a reminder, if you want to see us in person, come down to the South Carolina Arms Collectors Association's show in Greenville, South Carolina, on October 26th and 27th. We'll have a booth there, and we'll have some merch. We got patches, we got t-shirts, etc., and we'd love to see you. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, here we see the subject of our last video, the BL-22 right up here. That's a grade 2 from Browning. And here we have a model H001 from Henry. Both of them are 22 LR lever action rifles. Both of them are quite nice. This actually was my first ever rifle that I've ever purchased with my own money. Oh gosh, that's been a number of years ago, but they both kind of fulfill the same role. They're both tube loading from magazine port at the top of the magazine tube. They both are equipped with scopes, both appropriate to their era. And honestly, these rifles could not be more different. As you can see, both of the levers are open to their fullest extent. And that's how far the BL-22's lever opens. That's how far the lever on the Henry opens. It's a very, very big contrast. The triggers between the two of them, they're honestly about the same. It's about the same pull weight, both about equally crisp. The Henry might be a little bit better because it's a little more direct connection between the trigger and the hammer. There's not as much sear surface involved. The Browning BL-22 is definitely the nicer made rifle, but I've equipped the Henry with a much better scope, honestly. These little scopes were very popular in the 1970s, especially for 22s. This particular one is also I believe that's also a Bushnell, yeah. Or whoever Bushnell contracted these to. But yeah, it's a little bitty, like 3/4 inch tube scope. Whereas this is a proper 3 to 9 by 40, I think. Yeah, 3 to 9 by 40. And with adjustable magnification, and honestly, a little bit stouter mounts as well. This particular one also, if you can see the clamping screws, that's all that's holding it to the top of the receiver. These two screws are all that's holding the scope itself to that mount. Both of them have pretty much the same groove on the top of the receiver, which is a kind of an industry standard 22 style mounting groove. In any case, let me take you down the rabbit hole on the Henry a little bit so you can compare the internal mechanism on the Browning 22 versus the internal mechanism on the Henry, and you'll see how much cheaper made this is than this. Stand by. Okay, folks, here's the short version of how to take apart a Henry lever action rifle. First, remove the buttstock. It is held on by a single screw right here at the back of the tang. I've already done that just for time and convenience sake. And then remove these 4 screws on both sides of the housing. Then you can take this entire housing off. That includes the optic, and yeah, then I can show you the internal mechanism. Stand by while I do that. I can't exactly show it to you because of YouTube policies, but you get the picture in any case. Stand by. Okay, once we have the top cover / top tang off, you can see it's just a little zinc housing. That covers up all the interesting bits of the rifle. Yep, you see we have the hammer and hammer spring and strut, etc. And from there, the bolt just kind of falls out. You can see we have a locking recess back here. That's the locking surface that the bolt bears against. That transfers recoil from the bolt face to the frame. We'll see that in a minute. And right there is the cavity in which the lever handle rides. We also have, of course, a extractor and ejector up at the front, and it's all pretty standard stuff. The ejector is, of course, spring-loaded and just kicks it outside. That's this longer bit here, and the extractor is just this claw-looking bit. Both of these are spring-loaded, and the spring runs quite far back, actually, into the body of the bolt. The inside of the receiver is it's all kind of zinc. It looks fancy, but it's really not. These 3 pins here, that's what's holding the barrel onto the receiver. There's a little bit of engraving there. Henry Repeating Rifle Company, Brooklyn, New York. It's all pretty basic. The hammer right here, that's its pivot, and that is held back by a sear, which is actually just the upper part of the trigger right here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See, way simpler than the BL-22, way simpler to take apart, and way simpler to put back together. Let's see, inside of here you can see the back of the magazine follower, and let's see, hang on, that's a little hard to do on camera. This right back here is what the bolt locks against, and that is what causes the bolt to travel back and forward. We have a little lifter from the magazine that'll kick the back of the cartridge up into the path of the bolt. And you'll see it come up as I put the lever back into position. Boom. Let's see, actually, let me do that again. See, when it's all the way open, it's down a little bit. When I just barely start to move the lever arm, boom, it comes right back up. And that's all on tied to the shaft of the lever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the back end of that arm. You can see it. You can see me flexing it with my fingers there. And yeah, this is a pretty simple rifle. It's quite economical to manufacture, relatively speaking, for a lever action. Of course, when the bolt comes back and forth, it automatically cocks the hammer, allowing you to shoot relatively fast for something that's not a semi-automatic. These are still very viable for hunting, at least for small game. And yeah, it's been one of my favorite rifles. It's actually way more accurate due to that very nice trigger that's directly connected between the trigger and the hammer. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Due to that, it's actually a very nice trigger, and I actually use this as a bullseye gun. Yeah, believe it or not. I do decently well at my little shooting club. So yeah, I'm going to put this back together and we'll share some final thoughts. Stand by. Well, while I have this rifle back on disassembled here on the bench, I can at least show you how to take this handguard off. Yeah, it's just kind of rocks right in there, and there is a small screw holding this little barrel band right here in, and just remove that screw, slide that barrel band forward. If you're reassembling it, you can see a little bit of a notch, and that's kind of just where the screw lives. Yeah, super simple. All right, let me reassemble this thing, and we'll share you some final thoughts. Stand by. Hey, folks, we're back. All right, I've got the old Henry reassembled here. Yeah, it's as you can see, it's a pretty simple rifle. It's not that expensively made, but it's been a good one for me. at least. Big advantage with the Henry, though, is the price, of course. This one I bought, oh gosh, it's been so many years ago, I'm not sure that price is relevant anymore, but you can get these usually around $280 to $350-ish, and they're still being made. Whereas the Browning over there, yeah, most recent MSRP I saw on that one was $1,300. For me, that's a lot of money, especially for a little Plinken 22. In any case, if you'd like to support the work we're doing here, please head over to PinnacleMountainGunsmithing.com. Feel free to make an appointment. Check out our merch. Come see us at the gun show. We'll have a few guns to sell. And not this one, but a few others. We also we'd love to see you. We'd love to, if you'd like, you can buy a t-shirt, you can buy a patch. In any case, I hope to see you soon. I'll see you soon. Over and out. This has been Joel Ellison with Pinnacle Mountain Gunsmithing. Check us out at PinnacleMountainGunsmithing.com. Bye.